Morning everyone. So this is probably the second time that I'm filming this video because um, I didn't like how the other one was like setting, kind of thing. I make it sound like makeup. No. I didn't like the setting. It's just whatever. I mean, I'm not saying this setting is better, but um, yeah. Please don't mind my Christmas stickers on my grandmother's door. Yeah, it's still there. Probably gonna stay there for the whole year. Um, and yeah, so I'm filming in the kitchen because it's just beautiful out, and the dog is here, and I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff this morning, like home errands and stuff. So, I decided to film in the kitchen because, yeah, like I said, I'm getting a lot of like natural lighting, which is great. Um, so yeah, I didn't really get to vlog yesterday, and I said I was going to try to do daily vlogs, but I'm probably going to retract that statement and just try to vlog whenever I can. Um, yeah, yesterday was it wasn't a busy day, but it was, just a nice relaxing day. It was beautiful out. I think it was something like 14 degrees, but I could be lying. It's probably, I don't know, something like that, like 10 or 14. Anyways, it was like, I'm pretty sure it was in the double digits. And it was nice and sunny, and I feel like we haven't had like a good day of sun in a very long time, with a temperature above like, I don't know, 3 degrees. So it was really nice yesterday. Um, but yeah, so yesterday I had met up with my girlfriend. Um, I, I was contemplating if I was going to say her name, but I won't say it. So I met up with my girlfriend yesterday, and it was really nice. Like I said, we had really good weather. Um, but then our plans kind of got ruined. So basically, this girlfriend of mine, we have had this tradition of, it's just, we have like a meetup spot. And um, I don't want to say it's halfway for the both of us, but it's, I guess, the most accessible for the both of us. So we usually meet downtown, downtown Toronto, and it's in the building across from Dundas Square. You think that I know this because I went to Ryerson University like years ago. So, anyways, it's in the building with a theater. So there's this food court there, and we always get pasta from, I think it's called Sauté Rose. And honestly, like, we love their pasta. Like, I think there was this one time we both had our own container of pasta, and then we ordered a second one to split between the two of us. So that was like high carb day, or whatever you want to call it. Um, but yeah, so we didn't do that yesterday because the place was closed. So we usually meet, like, I'm not kidding, we have like the place, time, all the time. That's just how we do it. So on we were to meet for noon, and usually every other time I would get there first, but yesterday she got there first. So like on the way there, because I took the GO train, there was no way I was driving downtown, especially with the DVP being closed. No, and I hate driving downtown because I get frustrated really easily on like regular streets, and like with the one-way stuff, yeah. So I'd rather take the GO train to Union and walk. So that's what I did yesterday. So I was texting her on the way. I'm like, oh my God, like, can you imagine if it's closed and stuff like that? And she's like, no, I wouldn't imagine it being closed because it's like the weekend, people come downtown still, like they don't just cater to students who are going to Ryerson. Like, of course, there are other people, who go there and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm like, okay. But, I was still skeptical that was going to be closed. So, yeah, so I'm walking, whatever. She's like, okay, I'm here. I got my passion tea lemonade, because that's been like an addition to our tradition now, was we do pasta and passion tea lemonades. So Anyways, she went and got her drink and whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'll be there soon. I'm just lining up to get mine. Today, usually we'll both get talls, maybe a grande. Today of all days, for some reason, without planning, we both decide we're gonna get ventis. And so, um, I'm lining up. I've already ordered. I'm just waiting to get mine. And she texted me. She's like, it's closed. And I'm like, what? And she's like, it's closed. I'm like, shut the front door. And she's like, I kid you not, it's closed. I swear, like 10 million crying face emojis. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm just getting my drink. Hold on. We'll figure this out. Blah, blah, blah. So I go up the stairs. I see her sitting there. And she's just like looking down. And I'm like, what the? And she was just like, yep. She's like, did you think I was joking? I'm like, yeah. I thought you were, pulling one of those, ha ha, I got you. Of course it's open. And she's like, no, it's closed. And so we're like sitting there and we're like, what do we do? Like I'm not kidding. I think we sat there for like 10 minutes figuring out like, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna order something else? Like, I feel like I'm cheating on this pasta place that we go to all the time because we're gonna go somewhere else because this is what we always do and this is our tradition, and I feel like I'm betraying them and all this stuff. And we're just like sitting there like, oh my god. And she's like, I'm gonna Google it because I know it's open on the weekends. I'm like, okay. So it says open from like 11 a.m. or whatever, and at this point it's like 12:15, 12:30. And I was like, oh, maybe they're late, but I'm like an hour and a half late, whatever. So we figured maybe like, maybe it was like closed. It was like one of those one-off days or something like that. So, yeah. So we went and we were like scanning all the other like food court places. And we're just like, no, I'm not really feeling it. And I'm the type of person where it's like, if I want this type of food, I want this type of food. It can be like any other version of that food. Like, I mean, like from any other place. It doesn't have to, like, I don't know. For example, if it was from like, I don't know, Jack Astor's, it wouldn't have to necessarily be from Jack Astor's, but it would have to be something similar to that. Yeah. I'm a little fussy. But there are times where I'm like, nope, I need to have this from this place, or else I'm going to be crabby for like 3 hours, maybe more. So yeah, so eventually, we remembered that there was like Milestones and I think Jack Astor's on like the level above. So we're like, okay, do you want to go to one of those? So she's like, yeah, let's go to Milestones. And I'm like, okay. So we're like, okay, but now we both have like these venti passion tea lemonades. Like, are they even gonna let us in with that? So I'm like, I made a point to like literally hold my drink like this while we were talking to the hostess, and she's like, hi, for two or whatever. I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay, this way. And there was another girl, and she didn't say anything either. So we're like, all right, well, if you're not gonna say anything, we're not gonna say anything. So we both went in, and we're like, okay, cool. So then the waitress comes, and she's like, can I get you guys anything to drink other than your passion tea lemonades? And I'm like, all right, well, you acknowledged it, so if you acknowledged it, it's obviously all good. So naturally, I still feel guilty because we're walking in there with drinks and stuff like that, and I'm probably gonna order a water anyways. So then I was like, I'll just have a Caesar to drink. And she was just like, okay. And my girlfriend was looking at me like, did you actually want a Caesar? I'm like, well, I also felt bad. She's like, but you really wanted a Caesar. I'm like, yeah, just a little bit. Because I don't know why. I never used to like Caesars. I don't know if it was like the tomato juice or maybe I had a really bad one. I don't know. But yeah, I've been liking them a lot lately. So that's been my like fave drink for the moment, until I'm sure I'll find something else that I'm like, oh yeah, I like that. So yeah, so I don't remember the last time I went to Milestones. I don't know if I've ever been to Milestones. I know it's weird, right? But I think I got I think it was called the pesto chicken penne asiago, I think it was called, and it was delicious. Like, I really really I really love that. It was, yeah, it was really good. And then my girlfriend got, I think it's the basil Thai noodles or something like that. Needless to say, we both still got pasta dishes and we still had our passion tea lemonades, but it was, and it was good. It just wasn't the same. So, so yeah. So we had gone upstairs because we're like, yeah, they're probably not opening. Went to Milestone. Then we were joking around like, oh, could you imagine if we go downstairs and like it's open? Finish our meal. We're like, okay. We go down the escalator because you have to pass the food court to get to the bottom or whatever. Lo and behold, it's friggin' open. And we're like, and she's like, what do we do? And I'm like, well, we can't order another thing of pasta. Like, we just had one full serving of pasta. And she's like, I know, but like I feel guilty. And she's like, if I was going straight home, I would totally buy one. And I'm like, all right, I'll buy one. I'm not gonna say no to that. But she's like, but I'm not going straight home. And I'm like, oh. So anyways, I'm like, I'm gonna ask her what time like they actually open because it says 11. So I asked her. She's like, oh, it depends. Sometimes 11, sometimes 12. And then she's like, but I was late today because of the traffic. And I figure it's probably because of the DVP being closed, like all other roads. And if there's like construction and stuff like that too around, then there's, yeah, a lot of traffic. So I told her, I'm like, honestly, like we'll only come down here like really rarely. And like we really wanted to like have this pasta and whatever. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's okay, but like at least now we know. And she's like, yeah, we're open 7 days a week. Don't worry. If there was a reason why we would be closed, like we always put a sign or something like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, yeah, we were just both bummed. And then we decided to take some pictures and outside because it was gorgeous. And like, I feel really uncomfortable taking photos in the bathroom, especially when there's a lot of people there. It gives me anxiety. So we went outside. Dundas Square, where there's like 10 million other people, but like it's okay because everybody's always taking pictures there, so you don't feel as like awkward, I guess you could say. So whatever, taking a couple of selfies and stuff like that, and then these two sweet like teenagers were just like, do you want us to take your photo? And I'm like, I'm so scared to hand my phone over. And my girlfriend was just like, yeah, sure, if you don't mind and whatever. And she's like, do you want us to get the background? I'm like, wow, we're gonna look really touristy in these photos. But yeah, it was, so we took some photos and stuff like that. And we have a photo together with basically almost the exact same pose and smile and everything that we took 10 years ago. So we've been friends for 10 years. And, well, 10 years, I guess, September, whatever. But, yeah. And I was just like, oh my goodness. So I, like, put the photos together and I took a picture and sent it to her. And she's like, wow. And you can just tell, like, you know, I'm not gonna say we look old, but like we definitely look a little bit different. And I know for sure I probably gained a little bit of weight, so not probably, like I know I have. So yeah, so she's like, next time we should like do an exact like duplicate of that photo, like go to the exact same spot. And so that's gonna be our goal the next time we meet, and hopefully the next time we meet will be like, it'll be nice out again, because we were really lucky to have sunshine and stuff like that. But that was pretty much my day yesterday. I probably should have warned you guys that this is gonna be like a rambling on video, but yeah, it was really good to like catch up with her, because she's one of like my really good friends that I've had over the years. And I don't really want to go in depth, because I guess I'll just do another video, because this is like really long. But you know, a lot of people should be blessed, well, should consider themselves blessed to still have the friends that they have in their lives. And I'm not saying, you know, somebody you've been friends with for like 15 years as opposed to somebody you've been friends with for like 2 years. I'm not saying that there's any kind of oh, it means this is a better friendship than that one. I'm just saying you know, if you're able to be friends with somebody for such a long period of time and have like a good quality friendship, you really should consider yourself blessed, because a lot of people don't have that. They think they do, but a lot of people don't. And yeah, I'm really grateful. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.